You are procrastinating right now. Yes, you. Chances are you opened this video to escape something you should have finished hours ago. And what is about to haunt you over the next few minutes is this. This is not laziness, a lack of discipline, or a character flaw. It is a full-blown neurological civil war happening inside your skull at this very moment. And the dumbest part of your brain is winning. Today on Cast Facts, you're going to discover why procrastination is one of the strangest things the human brain does, why it may be aging your heart, and how to hack the system before it quietly consumes years of your life. Most people believe procrastination is a time management problem. Better schedules, to-do lists, another productivity app. Science demolished that idea more than 2 decades ago. Procrastination has almost nothing to do with time. It is an emotional regulation problem. You are not postponing a task. You are fleeing from the unpleasant emotion that task triggers: boredom, anxiety, fear of failure, insecurity. Your brain chooses immediate relief and sends the bill to your future self. Imagine your brain has two tenants who have been arguing for millions of years. The first is the prefrontal cortex, the rational and adult part of your mind. It understands deadlines, consequences, and the future. Think of it as the CEO of your head, wearing a tie and staring at a spreadsheet. The second is the amygdala, primitive, emotional, and about as mature as a sleep-deprived 3-year-old. It only cares about the present moment. It wants pleasure, comfort, and escape from anything that feels threatening. Every time you look at a difficult task, the amygdala flags it as a threat. To your ancient brain, a badly written email can feel as dangerous as a predator stalking the savannah. And before the CEO can say a word, the amygdala slams the silent panic button and activates the escape response. Neuroimaging studies have revealed something unsettling in chronic procrastinators. The amygdala is often physically larger, and its connection to the prefrontal cortex is weaker. The adult in the room is losing control of the screaming toddler every single time. The moment you close that document and open Instagram, your brain releases dopamine. You feel instant relief. The horrible task has disappeared from your screen. For a few precious seconds, it feels like you have one. But your brain has just learned a dangerous lesson. It records escaping the task equals chemical reward. Next time, the urge to run will be even stronger. You have trained your own brain to procrastinate. Every escape reinforces the circuit. It works like any addiction, only more subtle. You are addicted to the relief of not doing. Meanwhile, the task does not vanish. It becomes what psychologists call the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished tasks continue occupying mental space and whispering in the background, even while you sleep. Part of your brain is running a silent notification that something remains unresolved. You feel exhausted without understanding why. It is like trying to work with 20 browser tabs open, each one quietly draining your memory. Now comes the punch no one talks about. We usually think of procrastination as a productivity issue. Missed deadlines, poor performance, disappointed bosses. All true, but that is only the surface. The real damage is biological. Research published in the Journal of Behavioral Medicine has shown that chronic procrastinators face a higher risk of hypertension and cardiovascular disease regardless of age. Other studies have found chronically elevated cortisol, the stress hormone that weakens the immune system, accelerates cellular aging, and sabotages sleep. Procrastination gives you 5 minutes of relief and sends the invoice to decades of your health. Even more unsettling, researchers estimate that around 20% of adults worldwide are chronic procrastinators. 1 out of every 5 people you know may be trapped in a silent cycle of avoidance and guilt. Most do not even realize it has a name. The good news is that this system can be hacked. Science has identified 3 strategies that actually work. First, stop relying solely on willpower. It is a finite resource, and your prefrontal cortex is often already running on fumes. The trick is to outsmart the amygdala. The 2-minute rule is elegantly simple. Commit to doing the task for only 120 seconds. Your brain cannot mount a full-scale panic attack over the minutes of almost anything. And once you begin, momentum often takes over. The real obstacle is starting, not the task itself. Second, and this sounds counterintuitive, treat yourself with compassion. Research from Carleton University found that people who forgive themselves for procrastinating are less likely to procrastinate again in the future. Guilt pours fuel on the fire of avoidance. Forgiveness quietly cuts the wire. Third, change the environment instead of trying to overpower your own brain. If your phone is on the desk, your attention will drift toward it like a moth to a dopamine lantern. There is no heroic self-control strong enough to resist a glowing reward machine. Sitting 30 centimeters away, remove the trigger, hide the app, move to another room. 9 times out of 10, the environment defeats the brain. Procrastination is not merely a problem of unfinished tasks. It is a problem of unlived life. Every minute spent running from something meaningful is a minute that will never return. The time you think you are saving is leaking from your existence, drop by drop. Your brain believes it is protecting you, but in doing so, it may be teaching you to fear your own future. The beautiful twist. That same brain can be rewritten. 2 minutes at a time. One act of self-forgiveness at a time. If this journey changed the way you look at the very thing you are avoiding right now, stay with us here on CastFacts. There is a whole universe of strange and fascinating science about the human brain, waiting just beyond the next click.